the theme that we've chosen for today, it's a very topical theme, as you can imagine. And we live in an era where data is the new oil, right? That's the buzzword that we hear, where data is the new oil. We hear about appification and born in the cloud companies. And as Leslie pointed out, digital means different things to different people at an individual level, and even at a company level, it means different things to different companies as well. At Tata Communications, for us, we look at cloud and we look at digital at a much more holistic level. And we try to embed digital in the very DNA of all our business operations, with an eventual end goal to actually help customers and partners whom we work with to actually unlock value for their customer experiences and in their digital journeys as they embark on them as well. So as I look at the broader theme around digital, and I look at what's happening around us, and these are some big fat facts to support the argument, if you will. And if you look at the data points that are coming through, I think the key message that we are picking up is that enterprises and organizations are moving away from just looking digital to actually being digital in some sense. So if you look at the data points, 6 out of 10 corporates are actually looking to digitize some parts of their customer journey. 50% of the spends which are we seeing today, by 2020, the digital spends will actually equal the conventional IT spends. Over 50% of the Fortune 500 companies have a chief digital officer. And this is, just to reinforce the fact that we are no more living in an age where digital will come upon us. Digital is here, and it's getting proliferated more and more as we speak. At Tata Communications, I think our right to play in this space is at the front and center of what we do. We think of ourselves as the enablers of the digital economy. We look at ourselves as powering the platform economy. And if I were to look at it, and I look at 2 key facts, and I realize that the slideware may not be very clear, but I look at 2 key facts what gives us the right to play in this environment. One is that we are the only operator in the world which has a fiber ring that circumnavigates the entire universe. So what that then does for us is that we have 25% of the world's internet traffic which resides on our network. So when you talk of big data and you think of data, think of what 25% of the world's internet traffic can do on the network that we run. We have a broad global covered network which covers nearly 99.7% of the world's GDP. So when you think of yourselves and you think of enterprises who are looking for borderless growth, this is where we are able to play to the greatest strength of our own. If I look at, again, playing back what we've been experiencing, and as I look at companies and I look at organizations who are sitting across various journeys in this digital experience, many of us who are in this room have been are veterans to industries that we work in, have been veterans to the experiences that many companies have taken on the digital journey. And you can relate to this slide quite well, and we've seen the evolution and of the scope of digital transformation. So earlier, we used to look at any technology upgrade as, we're doing something to get to digital. And that actually then translated into business process transformation. And we said, look at business operations and that transformation. But what is actually happening now is what digital is doing, it's actually disrupting business models. And that disruption of business models is what is resulting in this hyperactivity that we are seeing around us. Right? So the combination of a digital technology and then the combination of digital process re-engineering is what actually creates a very strong digital transformation for enterprises as well. And eventually what this then results is greater customer value, because that's the end goal that customers are looking for in their digital transformation or in their digital journeys as well. And we have, over the last many years, been working with various organizations and customers and looking at how their business models are changing. And that has given us fairly deep insight on what qualifies to be a very successful business transformation, or what qualifies to be a very strong digital transformation. In our opinion, I think a strong platform which has a very robust technology core is at the heart of a digital transformation. And that technology core is something that has to be well planned, has to be robust, and can have multiple tools sitting on top of it. And that, to our mind, based on our experiences as we talk to customers, is where the future of a strong and a very successful digital transformation actually lies.